Hello, hello. We're live. Are we live? Can't tell.
It
Oh,
says
I think
live
we're
on the
live.
side now.
Yeah. Welcome to our second episode of Cheap Wine Review. It's my beautiful wife Jenny, and I am Marlu. So let's see. Today's episode, we are getting a review
Request.
for a request of a review for a $2 Chuck wine. Yes, that is
Oops.
called
Charles.
Charles Shaw
It's
wine,
actually $2.99.
and it's
Whoops.
from
Trader
Trader
Joe's.
Joe's. You can get it from Trader Joe's.
We're gonna do.
It's actually $2.99, so it's a little bit more
Oh.
than $2 Chuck. It's almost a $3 Chuck.
I can't figure this out. Look at that.
There you go. Yeah,
There.
she could figure it out. So we have three wines we're gonna review today. We have a red Zin or white Zin. We have a Pinot Grigio and a Cabernet Sauvignon. So a little bit of history about Charles Shaw. It was a guy that started Charles F. Shaw. The cool thing is this guy actually has a little connection with us. Kind of coincidence, right? So he started in Napa
How's that?
and doing his winery. He eventually went bankrupt, and then he sold the winery to Bronco Wine Company, who's owned by Fred Franzia. Anyone remember Franzia?
The box
That's right, the
wine.
box wine. Um, but the cool thing, so he ends up leaving Napa, goes over to the Midwest, to Southwest Michigan, which is probably like an hour from us, and starts up a new winery.
There's wineries here.
And they're
lot of
really
them.
popular with the Riesling. So let's check this out. What do we got to taste today?
No, white first.
We're gonna do the Pinot Grigio first.
can't see.
Ooh, can you see that? Let's see.
And we have some food pairing with it, right? We're gonna be pairing it
Yes.
with some
So
food.
we're
So,
gonna be pairing it with some food.
and most of it I got from Trader Joe's.
It's all about Trader Joe's. Let's see.
Yeah. Well, that's the cheese and some of the snacks and stuff.
The cheese, the snacks, the grapes, the nuts, the fruits, and all that fun stuff. Oh, woo!
Wow.
Mmm.
What are the notes on this one supposed to be?
The notes, I have no idea what the notes are. As you can tell, we are not wine experts. We're just wine drinkers. Okay, so,
Pinot Grigio.
Grigio, you know the rules. We twirl it, get the air in there, we smell it. Mmm, I smell grapes.
Smells fruity.
It is fruity. And then we taste it.
Slightly sweet. Kind of.
A little sweet,
Very light.
kind of watery. It's definitely a cheap wine. So let's try it with
It's
some.
an easy drinking wine.
Let's try it with some
A
cheese.
starter wine. Wait, cut
Kinda
it first.
cheese
Please
is
don't eat it.
this?
Don't eat it like that. You need to cut it.
Okay, we're gonna cut it. You want me to cut the cheese?
Just cut it.
That's your cheese. What kind of cheese is this?
Oh no. It was at Trader Joe's.
Huh? You know about cheese? Ah, that's goat. That's definitely goat
That
cheese.
is not goat.
No? Tastes like goat. Not bad.
Put together.
Not bad. Is it the same kind of cheese?
No, one is I think this was Manchego.
Manchego. Wow, that's kind of fancy sounding. Let's try the other cheese. This whole show we're gonna be cutting cheese. That's good cheese. That was not goat.
And then you cut it.
Not bad. I'm gonna try it with a fruit. What kind of fruit is this?
A persimmon dried.
Ooh, dried persimmon.
It's good. It's actually good. I like Pinot Grigio when it's hot light. You don't really have to.
Not bad, you know.
You could sip on it.
for $2.99 on a hot day. You can sip this sucker all day.
A starter wine? Like a starter wine, right? Actually, I got too much. Wait. We gotta drink the other wine. Sorry.
Dang. What's going on?
You can't finish. I can't finish all that.
So should we move on to?
Wait, no. Finish this one first because we have to taste the other stuff first.
All right.
So antsy.
So let's try it with spicy nuts. Actually, it's salty nuts.
It's spicy Is Pinot Grigio good with spicy food?
I have no idea, but that was pretty good. The salty, spicy nuts. With this, it's not bad. That's pretty good.
Is it really?
All right, that's actually not bad. Actually goes well. What are these things?
This is feta cheese
Ooh, feta cheese.
with caramelized onion.
Feta cheese with caramelized onions. Let's try it with that.
It's usually good with like white wine, I think. I don't know. Let's try it.
Oh, that's very cheesy. Oh my god, I'm not filling my mouth. My mouth fell.
It's not bad. I don't know. Everybody keeps making fun of Charles Shaw wine.
Not bad. Hey,
It isn't
Charles Shaw,
bad.
I can go for one of these. $2.99.
It's not bad for entertaining, for having like a bunch of folks
Just
at your
don't,
house.
just don't tell people what the wine is. Pour it in a little thing, and go with it. Next, we ready for the next one? White Zin. Yes, this sucker is chilled. White Zin. Alrighty. Woo! We're gonna be lit tonight, baby.
Well, we don't have to drink it all.
Oh, we don't?
No, I could like, I'll make something out of it later. I don't think I could drink all of this anyway.
Alright, get
We
the
can
little
make
knife.
sangria. We can make like
Cut off the top.
pasta. Oh, Charles Shaw is cool. You don't need that. Look, there's like a thing right here
What?
that you just twist.
Ah,
Marlon had to make it really hard. You don't have to make it that hard. Charles Shaw makes it easy.
for $2.99, got all that stuff going on. Alrighty. So, let's open this baby up. Alright. Oh, almost dropped it. We should just do one bottle next time.
It was only $2.99. We'll have to try the other ones. Might as well.
Okay. Pour the wine. Okay. You know the rules. Twirl it to get some air in there. Smell it. I don't smell anything.
Smells like wine.
Let's see.
Oh wow, this
Ooh.
is sweet.
That sucker is sweet.
What is that? I've never had
Oh my gosh, that's
a
gonna mess
white
up our other
zin
wine.
that's sweet. Really?
That is interesting. So
Huh.
now,
That
usually
is
sweet wine you gotta
different.
try it with something sweet. But
Because
let's
when I think of Zin, I think of it to be a little bit tarty and red, right?
let me cut some cheese.
But I would have never thought
Ugh.
it would have been this sweet.
Ugh.
White Zin. I guess I've never had White Zin, so. I
So
don't know.
let's try with cheese, yeah. Very interesting on what you want.
Oh, that's a little hard to drink. I don't really like sweet.
Mm. Okay, with that cheese, what kind of cheese is that? We don't know. With
It's
that
from Trader
cheese, it
Joe's.
kind of balances out the sweetness. It's not as sweet.
Oh gosh, this is really sweet.
Yeah, that sucker's sweet. All right.
That's for people who love sweet wine, who can't do Chardonnay,
Let me try
and
with
who
something
probably can't have really red wine, and who don't really like the rosé because they need something sweeter.
This is spicy.
This is
Let's try.
probably it.
Let's start with the spiciness one.
I don't like sweet
Mm-hmm.
unless it's a dessert wine. I can't go for this during the day. I don't know.
Try it with
try
that.
it with food.
Try it with the spiciness.
It's better.
I think it gets
Try it with
the sweetness out of it.
You have a It says it's good. White Zin is supposed to be good with seafood pasta and chicken. You have that. I gave you one of those. Yeah.
That's shrimp. You want to try the shrimp?
Yeah, try that. No. Try get your plate. Get the whole plate. Just get the
Oh.
plate. Just get the plate. Oh my God! Just get the plate.
Whoa! I almost fell. So we have, because the theme of cheapness, we got Popeye chicken.
I don't like
What?
that. That's yesterday's leftovers.
That's right. So I'm gonna try it with
Where's your fork?
seafood.
Here.
Mmm.
It's supposed to, it says it's good with seafood and chicken.
Ah, that sucker's still sweet.
It's very sweet. I'm not into it. Try the chicken. Bite the chicken and you tell me if it's good together. Popeye's fried chicken now, okay?
What?
Yeah. Now take a swig of that thing.
Actually, the oiliness
That's
and the really
Zen. Oh,
fatty.
Jennifer's asking a question. Jennifer's asking, that's Zen. That's a Zen. Yeah. So it's it's Charles Shaw. It's a white Zen.
$2.99. So the
I don't know. I'm not into
oiliness
it. I'm not
of
into
the chicken,
It's too sweet.
it balances out the sweetness of that Zen. Yeah, that's not. I'm not a big fan of that. Okay.
So I never
Put that
expected.
away.
I always thought Zinfandel was supposed to be kind of like a little tarty, right? Marlu?
Oh wait, someone else asked. Send me the sweet one, Jen.
Okay, that one, the Charles Shaw, definitely. That's
We'll
yours.
send you the sweet one there. Charles Shaw, that is.
You could have it. I'm not into the sweet. I mean, I guess it's okay
All right.
to just sip on. I think it's too sweet.
So we're
For me.
moving on. So when we try wine, you always got to go with the lightest color. No. And this, just chug it down, babe. Yeah. Oh, you didn't have to do that. We have a different glass.
Oh, that was like.
That was nasty.
No,
Anyway.
it's not nasty. It's good, but we're just
This
not
is a
expecting that to be
cab.
that
So I'm a
sweet.
big Cabernet guy.
So we changed our glasses
So we
too.
change our glasses.
'Cause we needed to aerate.
And it's been open for maybe 30 minutes. We are. So this is an aerator. And the reason there's an aerator, because it forces air into the wine.
Oh, you guys are having like family
Oh my
dinner,
gosh.
and
We're
you didn't even like
being
have-
interrupted by my daughter. We're in a
have a
show.
show.
We're live right
We
now.
have a show.
Do you want to hear something?
No,
we have
get
our-
away.
We have our time right now.
Okay.
No.
Get away. Get away. So the aerator, see these little holes right here? You see the holes inside right there? That shoves air into the wine.
What's that?
Can you get your hands off the thing? Oh, dang it. Go do your TikToks or something.
Oh my gosh, that's what I was going to tell you guys.
Rush.
Go
All right.
interrupt.
Let's,
What is it supposed to do to the red wine? It's supposed to help.
listen. See that?
Mm,
You know what
the
that
heck
is?
this?
That
It's
is
adding oxygen.
air going into the wine. It's adding oxygen. Gets out the flavor. And Charles Shaw needs as much flavor as you can get.
Well, no, explain it. It's because sometimes you know how you have to get red wine, you have to decanter it, you stick it in the decanter and leave it in there for about an hour before you serve it. You could do that, but then if you do the aerator, it actually cuts the time in.
So this is
It
this
cuts
is
the
funny.
time for you to
So
do it.
it has a little filter. The reason is
And it makes it smooth tasting.
if you're cheap and you don't even have one of these, you just shove the cork in there and a bunch of cork gets in the bottle. The little filter gets rid of the cork. Believe me, college we used to do that.
So what kind of is this? It's a Cabernet
Hey, what's for
Sauvignon.
This
dinner?
is Cabernet. Oh my gosh, this girl.
Oh, this is dinner.
Interrupting
I only
us.
got an hour break.
Go look in the kitchen
Okay.
and feed yourself.
Yeah, go to the fridge and microwave. There's a rule. You twirl it around. So this actually does the same thing as that aerator. It's shoving air.
But what they taught us though, and like when we go wine tasting, it brings especially when you do this, when you put the warmth of your hands around the glass, right, and then it brings out the aromas better. You get to smell it better because the heat of your hands actually. What are you doing?
I'm listening.
The heat of your hands actually warms up the wine and gives it more of a fragrant smell when
let's
you
do this.
actually try
Let's
it.
smell it.
That's what they say.
Oh man. See?
But what about when you twirl it and then you watch it go down. Aren't you supposed to be looking for legs to see
Yeah,
how
you know
sweet it is?
the sweetness.
But it's a
you see the
cab, so
legs.
there's no real legs going down. There's just very
So
few.
definitely a little watery compared to other cabs we've tasted.
Really? It's not bad.
You know, compared to a cab like this,
Wait, they didn't see it, sweetheart. You're like
compared to
super
this
quack,
cab right
super
here,
Fast.
that is definitely a little bit more watery. Let's see. So let's try it with some. Let's cut some cheese again. Oh look, babe.
I
You
actually
could
have
just,
steak for you.
you could just. I know,
I
but
know.
let's
I
start.
didn't realize you could do that.
Here.
I know. It's okay.
So we got a little cheese.
See our cheese board? It's almost.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that's I thought you were supposed to be cheap wines.
We are. This is cheap. This is as cheap as it gets. This is $2.99 per bottle.
Well,
$2.99.
That still doesn't improve the taste. Still a little watery, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. Let's try with this cheese.
It's not bad. I think you're just picky.
Yeah.
Mom, the orange cauliflower you made is really good.
Mm.
Good.
I think it's not bad together.
That's not bad.
I think you're just being picky about it because
We'll add a little bit more.
you're a little wine snob.
Wine snob.
Yeah, Mom, he studied wine at Cal Poly Slow, so.
Yeah.
Okay, can I have my other
Have him
thing?
try it with his steak.
Yeah.
Cabernet is always good paired with like fattier foods.
Like a little
So-
meatier food. So, bam! Got a little steak. What kind of cut is this? Is prime rib?
Prime rib. So
Prime rib,
strong
my
cheeses
favorite. Now, I like my steak rare.
and
Rare.
steak is good because of the fattiness
The
of
reason
it.
I like rare because look how
Fantastic.
soft that sucker is. When
Because
you overcook it, oh man, it gets too hard.
it's rare. I basically just went.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
That's it.
Look how rare that sucker is.
He wanted it living. He wants it alive.
You serious? This will make any wine taste good. Let's try it.
That's how he eats his steak, like breathing.
Okay.
Still cold.
Mmm.
Guys, everybody, do the same thing like me.
Not bad. Not
Is it
bad.
better? Better with it?
No.
Okay.
Still sucks.
What? Really? I think
But
you're
it's,
being
the steak
picky.
is pretty good.
I think Charles Shaw with the Cabernet is not so bad. I think if you have a big party, this is perfect. It's kind of one of those things you have to buy a big bulk size of. cab.
Again, put it in a big little container. Don't
Let
show
it
the box.
sit.
Let it sit for a little bit. I think if you let it sit
So
for a little
what-
bit longer.
What he's saying is that when he says container, he's talking about decantering it. So stick
Yeah.
it, Joey, right behind you. There's a decanter. Can you grab it, Joel?
So you stop at the TikTok and come on. If you want to be in the group, if you want to be in the show, you gotta show us.
What a
That's not,
decanter is? Okay, that is
That's
a
not the
decanter.
best- that's
Yeah,
not a good-
that's fine.
so disgusting. It's dirty.
So this is a decanter.
This is
So
a
it's basically
decanter.
a wine holder. You mostly pour
Oh, this is a good
Cabernet
sound.
Sauvignon and always.
We have the other
Oh
one,
my gosh!
Jolie.
In this kind of
What?
thing.
The other one.
There is
You let
no
it air
one.
out at least an hour to 30 minutes before you serve it, just to get some air into the
Now
cab.
don't be filling it up to here. The main thing is get the most area
You
of
just want to do one bottle.
get the most area surface area to allow the oxygen to go in. You know, the surface area is pi times the radius squared. So get the most out of it. So that means you got to get the biggest radius around. But see this little tricky part right here? See that like that tricks you right there. That reduces your area. You want to get it right above that little part right there. Get you the most area. All right. All right. So I'm gonna put that away.
Okay? It's not bad. I mean, it's not like smooth.
Alrighty.
There's a little bite to it because it hasn't been aerated, but
So-
we aerated it with the aerator thing.
So
but
let's
I
rate
think you need
these.
it longer.
How did you like this one, sweetie?
That was actually good. It was very easy. Definitely something you want to bring to parties and like.
Well,
And then
you know what? I wouldn't bring it to party. Cause they're gonna go, you brought a $2.99 bottle to my party? What the? I would bring it in a decanter.
no, you can't put.
And
You don't
bring it.
ever put white wine in decanters.
Okay, let's bring
Okay.
it.
So another thing
Take
you
the
can,
label
no,
off.
no, no, no. So what you can do with these kinds of wines, what I find is
That-
so good to
you want
do
to
with
put it
these
back?
kinds of wines. You can either cook with it or you make sangria. This is
Yes.
the best kind of wine to make sangria with because it's inexpensive. But then they always say if you want your drink to taste good, you need to use the actual wine that you would be drinking. So if expensive wine, it's expensive wine. That's up to you. But if you're making it for a big crowd, you want to use I don't know. I use cheap wine because it's you could buy more and put more into a container and
Sangria action.
sangria.
So this thing, if you're gonna go to a party and bring one of these, just make it the sangria.
You
They'll
can even
love
make
you.
slushies out of them. You can make a wine slushy, right?
Is anyone
You can
even
do wine-
watching?
Yes.
Or my cousin.
Stop. This girl keep
My
interrupting. us.
cousin. Anyway, she's my cousin.
Well, I'm breadstick.
But anyway, no. Come on,
It's like,
Jolie.
do we interrupt your Zeta
Yeah.
thing?
Do we interrupt your Zeta stuff?
Right, we
No,
just-
this is live.
we're
Okay,
live.
but anyway, so we interviewed what? So this is pretty good. I would get this for $2.99 and drink it in a hot day. You know, it's
cheap,
pretty
it's
easy.
It's
It's so easy.
you'll like the Pinot Grigio. Or you'll like
Try this one.
this.
This one right here is a little sweet. I wasn't a big fan of this.
But you know what? I think it's good for folks, Marleo. The Zin, the white Zin is great for folks who are starting to drink wine, I think, because
Yeah.
they're not used to drinking something either kind of bitter, which is the Cab, or like a Chardonnay, which is very dry. And then you're going to have a Pinot Grigio, which is very, very light. And that might not be enough for some people. So sometimes people like, I think, the white Zin because it adds a little sweetness to it. It's a good starter. They think, stop. It's a good starter to parties to start off with, to sip on, and with appetizers. For me, it's not my favorite. I'm not into white Zin if it's that sweet. I'd rather have a Chardonnay or a Pinot Grigio, even a Sauvignon Blanc. Sauvignon Blanc is actually very,
It's very easy.
very light and watery. Really, really light. But I actually would have that instead of white Zin. I'm not into that sweet of a thing. I don't know if it's just a Trader Joe's thing or if it's a Charles Shaw thing that they make it that sweet. It wasn't for me. I'm not into sweet wines, but some people are into sweet wines. It's a good wine to have just in case somebody who's not really into wine, they'll drink it. It's one of those things.
All right. So
But the Cab is not bad.
the review of the cab.
Cabernet is not bad. I think the Cabernet Sauvignon, I think it has a bad rep because it's $2.99, but I don't think it's that bad of a deal. I mean, if you have a lot of people, if you have a big party,
Let it air out. Try
Yeah,
to
I
air
would
it out
say-
as much as you can. You know what?
decanter. I would say get the decanter,
Air it
No,
out.
I like
decanter it before
Decanter
you
it.
actually serve it at a party
could
about an
decant it
hour
right now.
before. And then,
Well, you
so
gotta
show
drink
them
it.
how it's like. So basically you're just gonna fill it up. You're gonna empty the whole bottle into that decanter. And then you're going to let it air out for at least an hour.
So look at that. So
it.
remember what I
Drink the whole
said.
bottle.
So this is about the whole bottle.
It's about
This is
the
a
whole
perfect
bottle.
bottle right here.
You
So
leave it. Leave it
drank
alone.
it. We drank it a little bit, so it's a little bit lower than thing. But let it air out. Get the air in there. It'll open it up a little bit more.
I remember when we went wine tasting, they always told us to leave it at least for an hour out. To let it air out, give it some air, get some oxygen into the wine.
And use an
And
aerator.
then you will start to notice a difference. They say it's actually smoother.
You
and
will
it
notice
is.
it.
And I think that's the comparison, right? When you get a very expensive wine like a Duckhorn
Oh, wait.
or
Heidi is responding. She's a wine drinker.
Have you guys had this before? Did you guys
So
have
is the
this
Kool-Aid of wines. This
one? It's the Kool-Aid.
is definitely the Kool-Aid of
Kool-Aid
wine.
is this. So,
That
I'm not
sucker
into
is
that.
the Kool-Aid.
Mom, is this
So I'm still a red wine drinking. This is not bad.
I guess
I mean, you know what?
no. What she's saying is it the Kool-Aid of wine, so it's like the cheap version, right? Is that it? I think that's what you're
Yeah, like
asking.
it's the ghetto version.
It's the ghetto version.
Get off.
Well, you know what? I don't. It maybe people will say that, but I think because it's $2.99, people will think that it is. But in reality, it's not too bad Stop, babe. Stop. It's not that bad to serve.
You want to share one?
So this
think
is what I would
It's
do.
not that bad to serve. I think, like what Marlo said, if you're gonna have people come over, put it in a decanter so they can't tell what it is.
Yeah, they think it's fancy.
And I guarantee
You know what?
someone's gonna think it's super expensive because you aerated it for an hour and it's gonna be smooth enough. They're just gonna be like this. They're gonna be like, oh my god, this is so good.
Richard Molina from Hawaii, in the house. Is it
I
805 or
haven't
808?
drank 808.
808 in the house.
I haven't drank wine for a while.
This
Well,
is
you
it.
need to tell
$2.99,
Amy
buddy.
to buy you some wine,
Your
Richard.
wife did, yeah. Okay, so this is a trick. Start off with something like this for the night. All right. Start off with something like this. This is a duck horn from Napa Valley.
Merlot,
Oh, that's a
2010.
Merlot, but whatever. A cab. You could do a cab.
Yes. What is it? Ghetto can be good. Wait, your friend, Marlo.
But
She responded, ghetto can be good, but I'm going to air it out in my breath when I finish. Okay.
so anyway, drink some of that duck horn first. Couple bottles. Get you feeling good. Then you rip that sucker open. Then you won't know the difference. Anyway.
No, but honestly though, when you aerate cheap wine, it will taste
Oh my gosh.
like really good
We have a
wine.
big crowd
I
now.
think
They
a
don't
lot of
respect live
people-
views.
A lot of people try to diss the Charles Shaw or anything that's cheaper than $10 because they think it's not the best. But sometimes if you aerate it, it
Okay.
works. We've aerated wine, right? And it works really well and people can't tell that it's
We're gonna
not
drink this
cheap.
tonight.
Yeah.
We'll probably
I
gonna
haven't.
drink some of this tomorrow, or Jim's
Oh my
gonna use
gosh,
it for
the time-
sangria.
Wait, Richard said the time that we went to Napa, they haven't drank that wine yet. That's how many years ago?
I gotta throw that
How
sucker
many-
away.
No, it's not. That's probably really good right now. It depends on where you bought it in Napa. But I think we took you to some pretty good places in Napa. Now's the time to crack it, Richard. If you
Richard?
want Amy to...
This channel is cheap wine review. So not no expensive Napa Valley
Is
wine.
Check suitable for
For-
uncling? Yes.
Yes.
It is. It's
Yeah.
very suitable for uncling because it's cheap. You can make as many little youngsters drink it as much as, I mean youngsters
Yes.
meaning over 21 of course. Uncle.
That's right. First of all, I wouldn't use expensive wine for uncling.
No,
'Cause those-
that's for special
Those young
occasions.
kids waste it. You use
That's
this sucker
special
right here.
occasions.
You know.
Like, what do we have?
You know.
We have a lot. We have a few.
But anyway, that's it for today. If you guys like what you see, please review it.
Who wants us to review the Prager? Oh my gosh,
That's all.
this is the best one that we've had. 1989. I think we're gonna have to hold off on this one. This has to be a holiday. This has to be after COVID, celebrating. We've got the freaking vaccine, right?
Whoa, she said the F word. She must be drunk.
No, I said freaking vaccine. I didn't say.
Still the F word.
But this is
Still a word that sounds good.
1989 Royal Escort Vintage Port. We've been saving this for a special occasion. And
That's a different
probably-
channel. That's not a cheap wine
I
channel.
think
Let's put that
COVID,
one
after
away.
COVID and vaccine is out, we're definitely going to crack this one. If we
So,
knock on wood, we're still healthy.
if you like what you see, subscribe. I'm going to be uploading this to our new YouTube channel. If you want us to review some
next
wine,
week, we're going to review next week because we have another request for
Yes.
wine, which is from your sister-in-law.
yes, Rose asked us to
Rose
review a
Rodriguez.
wine.
She wants us to review Naked Grape Pinot
Naked
Grigio.
Grape.
But I think we're going to hit up more than just one wine. We'll probably
So you
hit
know
up
what that
a few
means.
pieces.
We have to be
a
naked.
few bottles. I mean, not pieces. I mean, a few bottles of Pinot Grigio. Not Pinot Grigio. Oh my god.
She's getting drunk.
No, I had only
See?
like
I made her blush.
1.5. So we'll try different ones. Why didn't you do that, sweetie?
She's making her
Stop doing that.
making her blush.
People are writing stuff. Wait, you're not even reading the comments so that we can answer questions.
She was so far. I gotta like reach over.
You have to answer questions.
I can't. It doesn't work.
You need to move it with the thing.
What's
Oh,
going on?
shucks.
Can't see
Can't
this.
read.
Oh,
Oh,
right
there's
here.
it right there, right there, right there, at the bottom. See, we don't even know how to work this thing. Oh,
Oh,
shucks, there's a
good.
whole bunch.
So,
Are you drunk yet? I don't
Who
think
said
we
that?
are. I
Are
think
you-
Paula. I think we're just. I'm okay.
we're not drunk, Paul.
Yeah.
Come on,
I
man.
can handle.
And one sip. Okay, next question.
You gotta lift it up. Is that it? What?
Oh,
wow.
Richard said
I
I'd
like
come over.
Oh, hey.
Richard, you
of
could come
course,
any day.
Anytime, Richard. You
You
are
can
so
come right here any
welcome.
day.
What?
No, I said Richard could come over.
I know Richard could come over. Richard and Amy
What
can
you said
come
what?
over.
Richard, you could come any day. You guys are invited here.
Everybody's
Uh,
invited.
All right. Well, anyway.
Wait,
Thanks.
wait.
Oh wait. All right.
Yeah, well, Richard, you better crack open that Napa Valley wine so that you and Amy can be happy
right.
together. You might as well. It's COVID time, so you might as well.
So
do
that
that.
Prager wine, that's the panty remover wine.
Remember that, Richard?
You get one sip of that sucker.
I think they
panties
bought
just
one of those.
Bam!
I
Comes
think
off.
Amy bought one of those when we went to Craig. What is it?
That was the other
What
one.
is it?
Start with a C. Charles
yeah,
Krug.
Charles Krug.
The
Charles
Krug.
Krug. I'm sorry.
We have one of
Charles
those
Krug.
in here. We'll
We
review
bought one
that.
of those.
Anyway, cool.
wines.
We need to end this. It's already too long.
Why?
It's not gonna be all day.
You're
All night.
laughing. Well, see, Richard's laughing because Richard understands that panty remover wine. You better have her
Yeah.
drink it. So
Anyway, peace. Be good.
next weekend we'll do.
Comment on
Make it
our little Facebook thing. Let us know what you guys want us to review. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.